Well, next one about the course features. Of course, you understand it's EMI oriented course. And in fact, I should let you have I should let you have the subtitles, but this file not from Microsoft 365, so at this moment, you don't have the subtitles, 也就是字幕. So this time maybe not really, but later I will switch from the current mode, standalone mode to the Microsoft 365, and later you can understand that. But at this moment, maybe you have questions. If you don't understand what I talk to you, that'd be easy. Later I let you have a tool, so if you need to rely on that tool, we can use that tool, and so that you can have the proper assistance about language. Well, this one, EMI oriented course. So we already have a slide in English and the related auxiliary videos. And of course, in English and also in Chinese partially. We are asked to have the condensed version for each week. So we already have the video in Chinese partially. But it doesn't mean wait for my video in Chinese. Only check the video in Chinese. No. We already have the assistant partially. Specifically for some students, you need to rely on that video in Chinese only. So we have a video in Chinese, but it is a condensed version for each week lecture only. And of course, we have the reference exercise. Reference exercise actually means we already have the problem sets for each chapter. And you are not asked to hand in, no, but you need to practice. So that's why I let you know it's reference exercise. For reference exercise, you need to practice for yourself. And sometimes I may select some problem to serve as the way to know you. You know how to have to apply some concept to know the problem here. So what I have a reference exercise, and indeed you can practice for yourself. And actually we will have the formal discussion through some activities. Well, for you, if you have during the group discussion, you are allowed to use your own language. In Chinese, that's okay. However, if you want to share your idea with us, actually you are asked to use English. Understand what I'm talking about now? 你们要在小组里面用中文讨论可以，但是在报告的时候要用英文。Of course, for group 4, actually only only English, because if you want to have the public discussion, of course, you need to discuss in English. Well, before we go, let me make sure. Anyone from America? America? No? Okay, I am sure English should be your second language, right? Alright, previously I don't know you need to join and subscribe to the YouTube channel, because this semester I changed my style. I tried to include free classroom style, so that I will assign some video for you for watching, and watch it at home before you come. Alright, so I will send the message to, for example, through Line group, or maybe through at least I will send it through Moodle. Or maybe I ask tutor to send that message through Line group, and so that the tutor has the possible mission to do. Alright, so that says I do not go through all the content of our lectures. For some, I may ask you to refer to the past or the old videos. And of course, you can go through that video for study. So for this part, if I have it, then you can check that video. It doesn't mean for all. For example, right now, no video for you to share. Actually, we have the video, but I didn't ask you to share the video directly because I should let you know in advance. And next one, participation included. Well, why I don't have the goods here? Because we should have the discussion. And sometimes we have the activity to ask you to think about, to discuss, to have the chat interactive possibly. So that's why we have participation group. So we have the groups to have the activities. And of course, right now we form the groups. Finally, we have 8 to 10. But that's okay, I know we need to change. So originally I planned to have 5 to 8 for the groups. Finally, we have the real one is 9 for all groups, only 10 for the 7th group. So we have the activities. Sometimes we have the formal group discussions. For the formal group discussions, maybe we have a few times. I expect at least we have 2 to 3 times to have the formal group discussion. For the formal group discussion, if possible, I try to let you have the topics to discuss first. Or maybe sometimes no time to have for that one. At least before we go, I will let you have the topics, and so that you understand the topics to discuss. Or maybe sometimes I ask all of you to join the system. Poll everywhere. It is called the instant response system. You need to respond because we need to use the record to serve as the points to that you have the points for the participation. For example, maybe we have some polls, P-O-L-L-S, polls, and so that you can respond, and we will have the record for you. For that one, sometimes I normally have 1 point associated with the simple poll. And for the group discussion, it really depends if I allow you to have several topics to discuss. Normally, I associate 5 points to each topic. For example, for the group discussion, we have 2 topics. Maybe 2 topics discussed by some groups, but at least you have 5 plus 5 points for that group discussion. If you fail to attend, you fail to join, then no point for you for that activity. So of course you need to come. Well, I don't know, I have 7% for the final oral presentation. As for the oral presentation, same. I assume we have the group, and for the group, maybe just 1, because we have a limit time. That one is really important. Serving as the leader and serving as the representative to have the presentation. So it doesn't mean for 9 of you or 10 of you, you need to have the oral presentation. But you need to provide some possible content for the leader, and that leader can have the proper presentation for your group. Alright, so we have the final oral presentation. It's 7%. And about the participation assessment, we have 15%. In the past, I only have 7%, but this semester I changed it from 7% to 15%. Why? Because we have an EMI code, so we need to have interaction, right? And later I can let you know, even it's a course, we have teaching, and also for you, you have learning. We have 2 aspects, teaching and learning. We need to have the interaction so they can understand the content for the course, and you can understand that one precisely. If we have enough activity, allow you to have the chance to think. And likewise for the presentation, you need to deliver the content in English. Well, deliver the content in English. Sometimes if you think, well, it's hard for me to speak all in English. Yeah, it's okay to speak a bit Chinese if you think, well, fine, you don't think you have the problem in English. You want to say something in Chinese. That's fine, but it doesn't mean for all. All right, so if you find difficult to speak all in English, that's fine. You still can speak a bit Chinese. Well, dual classrooms. At least I think you take a picture for these. Or maybe later I will upload the file. So next time, if I have here, I have the Teams, so you can join the Teams for sure. And if you fail to join the Teams using your ID, so wait a moment. Do you know the ID for Teams? If you don't know, raise your hands. 你们知道你们的 Teams ID 吗？ Oh, maybe something wrong. So you need to check using the ID for the school. ID at mail, but this time not using mail. You need to ask the computer center to activate the ID for you. It should be changed to MS, Microsoft. So delete NTUSD using Microsoft. So it's MS. So you need to activate that one. And it, so okay. So it should be ICN 2024, right? Okay. So it's okay.
You need to use school email.
School email, NTUSD, not MS. Yeah. We have two email accounts. One at NTUSD. Another one is mail ID at Microsoft MS. How about the password, the same password? 要用你学校的 email 把 NTUSD 换成 MS。如果你 MS 还没启动的，要跟季中说，哎，我需要Teams 的账号。So this one you can join, and later if I have some function, you can try. But it doesn't mean I push you all to use Teams, right? Of course, you can listen to me directly because we have the physical classroom, so you are not asked to join Teams normally. But when we have the good discussion, I will ask the representative to join the team, and so that he can use or she can use the function of team to share the information to the other students. Why? Sometimes maybe some of you, if you were sick and then you stay home and you still can join our classroom through Teams. But it doesn't mean for all of you, no reason, and then you stay at home and you join our classroom using Teams. No, just for someone with a specific reason. For example, illness. Right? Okay. Just for that reason. So normally you are asked to come to our classroom.